Yeah.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Benny. Occam's razor says that the conclusion with the least number of assumptions to get to it is probably the right one. And so you have to just effectively assume that Joe Biden hates our military. You got to assume that Joe Biden just hates these guys and wants to put them in danger. Now, we saw that with Afghanistan. We saw him looking at his watch as they were rolling off the plane in a dignified transfer. We saw Joe Biden disrespect the families of slain military members, the ones that Joe Biden got killed in Afghanistan. But we never thought we'd see this. Joe Biden doxing the very special forces, Delta Force actually, the most exclusive and secretive force in the United States military, at least that we know of, on social media. Joe Biden literally doxing these guys. Now, I know a number of guys who are serving or who have served and currently served in intel capacity. They said, hey, Google Delta Force. See if you can find any photos of these guys. So I did that. Check this out. Here's Delta Force. This is what happens when you look for it. You got some photos with guys with their faces blurred. You got a movie from the 70s with Chuck Norris, right? Called Delta Force. And then you don't get any actual photos of people, right? You have some blackout face photos, and there's a reason for that, right? Even in publications here, you get the faces blacked out of Delta Force operators. Well, why would that be? Well, even when military publications are writing about Delta Force, they retain extreme secrecy. That's because Delta Forces, or referred to as Delta Force Combat Applications Group, CAG, is a special operations force inside of the United States Army under the operational control of the JSOC. Its unit's missions involve counterterrorism, hostage rescue, direct action, and special reconnaissance, often high-value targets. Delta Force, along with its Navy and Air Force counterparts, have a tactical squadron that is the military's first mission tasked with performing the most complex, covert, and dangerous missions directed by the President of the United States himself and the Secretary of Defense. Delta Force was created in 1977 with numerous well-publicized terrorist incidents in the U.S. government and developed a full-time counterterrorism unit. So Delta Force is very secretive for this reason. Because, of course, you would have to, you would want to, if you knew who these people were, then presumably the terrorists who they were disrupting would go in and hunt them down, right? Or try and do something terrible to them, right? Delta Force history. Compared to our nation's military history, Delta Force is relatively young, having been formed in 1977. Its first command, but it's had a number of massively important missions. Operation Eagle Claw, Iran hostage situation, Urgent Fury, bunch of terrorist, prisoner, and hostage situations. Benghazi here, locating and capturing Saddam Hussein. The massive joint effort to kill or capture Osama bin Laden. So anyway, let's just call it what it is. Delta Force is a massive secretive force, and you shouldn't be doxing these people. Very bad thing to do, to dox the counterterrorism unit, especially if you are in a war zone and if you are a man who commands Delta Force, which is exactly what Joe Biden did. Here is a photo shared on the White House's page that has millions of followers of Joe Biden doxing members of this secretive military force. Holy God, says Sean Parnell, Biden doxed Delta. This is without question, puts a target on them and their families. Sean Parnell, of course, a esteemed military veteran himself, one of the friends of the show. White House media team shared a picture last night, added black boxes without blurring or censoring the faces of the Delta Force. I added black boxes. Sorry, this is the intelligence analyst, Twitter user here, who Sam Shoemate. So apparently he added the black boxes. So the White House literally doxed these guys by sharing photos of their faces. They deleted it an hour later after hundreds and thousands had already viewed it. This is a massive failure of the Biden administration. What are people saying about this? Crowder says the White House just docked Delta Force fighters Biden sent to find hostages. There's a major national security threat. How incompetent can these people be? One of my favorite accounts and wokeness said, Holy S, the White House docked Delta Force sent to find hostages. Do not share the original post. The original post was deleted by the White House after a catastrophic galactic fuck-up. This admin is trying to get its own people killed. This is an unacknowledged Tier 1 unit. No one in is this incompetent or stupid? Remember when Biden outed SEAL Team 6 for capturing bin Laden? He was VP at the time and had no authority to out or acknowledge a Tier 1 unit. This according to Laura Logan, one of our favorites also. Steve Guest. Joe Biden just doxed a bunch of Delta Force operators. There's zero criticism from corrupt corporate media. Yeah, nobody except for guys like us are even talking about it. Bombshell report, White House media team outs the identities of Delta Force last night. Image that garnered hundreds of thousands of views. The White House did not obscure the faces, even though that's what you see, of course, anytime somebody reports on these guys is obscured faces. How could the White House do this? This came from the White House. The faces are covered for our reporting. Insane. Insane. So I called a number of operators that I know, a number of people in the military that I know, and they were just absolutely horrified. But they gave us a little bit of background on this. The identities of Delta Force operators are supposed to be highly confidential because of the nature of their work. Biden just blew their cover. These guys are brain dead. Brain dead. How could you possibly do this? So the source that I called on this, who is as good as you can get when it comes to this kind of stuff, was saying that these are the president's, Delta Force travels with the president, and these are members of that force. Confirmed all of that. I have not served in the military, so I need to always independently verify these things, right, for you. So you have every right to be outraged here, okay? Item number one, these are members of a secretive force. They should have never been exposed publicly. Were these guys there to do hostage rescues of Americans, because there are like 20 plus Americans that are currently hostages of Hamas right now? Well, the chances of that being true are not high. The reason why is because this is the team that travels with the president. That's why they're with the president, right? They wouldn't be with the president if they were there to do an actual mission. That's what I've been told. And so I'm doing my best to like educate people based on my sources and my understanding of the situation, that these guys should have never been. This is a massive F up for two reasons, though, still. Even though these guys may not be operational on the ground in Israel for a number of reasons that, again, was told to me, like, you don't want American boots on the ground. That's the guaranteed way to escalate this, right, into World War III immediately. The reason why this is still a massive catastrophic F up is twofold. One, you're doxing these guys. Whatever mission they happen to be on, likely they're the group that travels with the president, where the president goes. They shouldn't have this won't be their only mission. This makes them a target. Two, this is a PR victory for those who wish to say that American boots are on the ground and that America is engaging in this conflict militarily, because then this photo can be widely shared and say that, hey, the most elite American special operations forces are on the ground here, and they're engaging in wartime, right? They're on the battlefield now. So like all of it is bad. Both things are very, very bad. So Joe Biden's own social media team, about as stupid as Joe Biden himself. Joe Biden on Air Force One last night, answering questions for the media. Like, if you can even call this answering. Like, again, imagine having to protect this guy. This guy's brain dead. Like, so it's not, I guess it's good to know that it like extends through his entire regime. Karine Jean-Pierre, also, nothing going on up there. No electricity. No synapses. The people who posted social media doxing the forces that defend Joe Biden and the rest of us. And also Joe Biden himself, brain dead.
Virtually every mass shooting, every circumstance where a large number of people have been victimized and lost, I've spoken to. I learned a long time ago what you all learned in your life. When someone's going through something that is beyond their comprehension, that who ever thought they'd have to go through.
What the hell is he talking? What are you talking
They
about?
see someone who they think
You're done.
understands,
You're done.
Maybe they took something not the same but similar.
You're done, dude. You're done. It's all done. Everyone is Anthony, like all of America is Anthony Blinken back there, like doing the hello darkness, my old friend. So, did Joe Biden dox Delta Force? Yes. Fact checked. True. Yes. Had multiple calls on this. Are these guys there to be on a mission and save American hostages? Probably not. Probably not. I mean, I guess who knows, but probably not. This is probably the president's detail. Is this going to be used in a PR battle against America? Yes, yes, totally. That Joe Biden will hand a victory to our enemies once more in a PR battle against how stupid we all are. And it all happened from the official White House Instagram account. All to try and benefit Joe Biden personally, right? Because this photo is here to try and say Joe Biden's such a leader, he's such a commander in chief. Wow, he's so special. He's so beloved by the military. That's all that was. It was a political stunt for Joe Biden, and he may yet get people killed. Who knows? God help us. God help us. Like, share, and subscribe to a channel that actively tries not to hurt our military. It's your boy Benny. See ya.